Hello, fellow Bassages and Fargan Iceholes. Welcome to Ace Combat 7, and I'm going to be doing this for a little bit. I'm going to be doing jet reviews. So I'm going to be checking out some of the things and seeing how people like them and go about everything with the game and stuff and see how it goes. But everything that's going to be happening lately, I'm going to be going into certain projects, but especially with this. So I'm going to pick a map here, and one of my favorites actually, and we're just going to go into it. So let's get started. So for the first ever jet review I'm going to be doing for this game, it's going to be F-14 Super Tomcat, the D variant. And about this jet, imagine the AK-47 of planes. This is a workhorse. It does anything you want it to do. It fights well, it kills well, it does your laundry, it doesn't jack you off, so that's sad, but hey, I bet. But the F-15 is kind of there to do that anyway. But anyway, we'll get into that later. But in the meantime, let's check this out. So in the meantime, I'm going to be flying this plane around, but there's going to be two separate parts to flying it around, basically. First part is going to be without parts, and I'm going to show you how it feels. And right now, it feels good. It feels like the kind of plane that you play with that you know you're going to be enjoying yourself. You know you're going to be flying around and just enjoying how things feel. And that's the best part about this kind of game. You are doing something with this that feels okay, but when you fly it right now, it feels stiff. It feels like a brick with wings, sorta. It's not as bad as F4 or F-104 Starfighter, but I always put this kind of plane in a middle tier. By that I mean F-104, I forget what it's called, MiG-31, I think it's called, the one that's just a giant engine basically, and the F4 Phantom are pretty low tier. They're basically your first planes in this game. But when you get up to the F-14, when you realize you hit that point in the game and you get your first actual fighter like this, it is made for fighting. It is made for taking on enemies. It is a workhorse, like I said, the AK-47 of planes. But when you play with it, you realize that it cannot compete against higher tier planes. Like in the game, you try to go up against an Su-47, F-22, F-35, things like that. Even beyond that, and it cannot compete because in the right hands, sure, it's amazing to do. It can do whatever you want it to do, and it's one of those things that are pretty good for middle of the road. Remember that, middle of the road. This is a mid-tier plane. It's what you get when you're still trying to upgrade and work through things. You use it when you don't have anything else, and it's perfect for that. In real life, it was the centerpiece of the military for a pretty long time. Top Gun used it, other stuff, everything like that. It was nice. But nowadays, in the game, you use it to get ahead. But onto the next part of the video where I use airplane parts. So now that I put parts on the plane, it feels a lot better already, just by doing that little maneuver there. I put a bunch of highly maneuverable parts like Queen's Custom and stuff like that on there, and it's made the plane a whole lot more responsive. It makes it feel so much better, trust me, it does. And that's the thing with this. By itself, bare minimum, it is pretty good. It's middle of the road, like I said. With parts on it, it becomes a little more higher tier. It can actually compete. It becomes a workhorse with a ACOG scope and some other attachments, stuff like that. It feels like it's made to fight now. You can feel confident going to a fight with higher tier stuff and win with it. And that's the best thing about the F-14. Perfect workhorse, perfect thing to get the job done. Not exceeding, not everything, but it's great for what it does. And for that reason, I really, really enjoy this plane. I remember looking at this thing in air shows and being like, holy crap, this thing's cool. Those wings are amazing. I've never seen anything like it before. And look at that. It can fly great. It can hold its own. And when I show you coming up in the next part in the PvP, you will see that it does pretty good. Anyway, on to the next part. So here we are in the first match, and okay, here's a guy, here's a guy, here's a guy. I almost got him, 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 Yeah, there we go! But anyway, I'm just going to let the video play and let you guys enjoy the fight. So, enjoy. And remember, this is a workhorse. Excuse my crappy flying too, if that's a problem for you guys too. But enjoy the video.
Oscar 1, missile! Oscar 1, hit! Oscar 1, locked on. Enemy to your rear. Oscar 1, missile! Enemy locked on. Oscar 1, locked on. Bandit, right behind you! Enemy missile evaded. Nice use of the clouds. Target is in gun range. "30 seconds remaining. Oscar 1, Fox 2. Oscar 1, locked on. You got an enemy ace. Combat time's up. You've still got a lot to learn.